My favorite day of the week, Friday, Junior.
Oh, I thought it was just because I was here.
And because Al, but you're always here right next to me.
All right, see? That can be your favorite day.
Okay.
Did you notice you went, oh, welcome to DEL?
Yeah, you did. We were talking about your weird inhale.
I take an inhale, and I think that has to do with, well, one, I have chronic anxiety, but two, I think as a swimmer, before I ever entered the pool, you have to take a big breath. So I think it's I'm trained to take a breath before I do anything.
Yeah, no, it's funny how we all know we're like each other's husbands and wives. We all know each other's little quirks.
Yeah. I'm doing that thing with your finger.
Yeah. We point it out constantly.
Oh, yes.
We love
Jeff
to do
just
that.
does the thing with his leg where it just bounces up and down the whole time, and I'm like...
I see Erica sometimes, I'm like, oh, I'm doing it again. I don't even notice.
Yeah, we all notice. All right, let's get to it.
Oh, welcome.
Let's begin. I know that this has been going on for how many decades, but who killed JFK? Because some people call it the biggest murder, well, a lot of people would say that, mystery in American history, and the source of countless conspiracy theories. So for nearly 60 years now, people have been trying to uncover what happened to the president on that fateful day in November 1963. A new documentary on Paramount Plus is bringing together the doctors who first treated JFK. They're revealing what they saw that day and if they think the government covered anything up. Take a look.
We thought that there was an entrance wound in the neck.
Parkland doctors were a serious problem for the U.S. government.
And an exit wound in the back of the head.
Because they provided evidence that there was a shooter somewhere in the front.
In all probability, there was more than one shooter.
Everything changed as soon as JFK's body left Parkland Hospital.
When I saw the autopsy pictures, it made me very suspicious.
Certain people in our government tampered with critical evidence to make sure the American people would not know the truth about who murdered the president. And that's about as bad as it gets.
So basically, the documentary claims there has been a cover-up and the public has not been told the truth. Jeff, I know that you love whether it's Epstein or JFK, conspiracy theories. What did you think?
I think there is a cover-up, right? Why they released a lot of the documents, apparently 99% of the documents, but there's still 1% that they're holding back. If there was no cover-up, why wouldn't they just release 100% of the documents? I do have my questions about this because originally I thought the mafia had something to do with JFK's killings, and again, I go way down the rabbit hole on this. I love it. I'm going to check it out on Paramount Plus. But Oliver Stone put out his documentary, and I got to see a different side. He was all on the fact that the government killed JFK, that they had something to do with it.
But why? What were they what did they not like about JFK?
But it's just, everything doesn't match up. There's, like, when he got brought to the hospital, the timing, the timeline, some of that was tampered with. Where he got in, the bullet ended up on his deathbed, basically in the hospital, and like, oh, that's the bullet that killed JFK and went through the other guy's arm.
The governor.
But nothing was wrong with the bullet. Then it came out that some guy just accidentally dropped that bullet onto the table. There's so many questions behind it that there has to be some other explanation. I understand sometimes the explanation is just the truth. Someone killed him and no one else was involved, but it connects it to Epstein as well. The perfect timing, the perfect spot, the cameras didn't work, nobody knows what happened, he killed himself, his head went back and to the right, speaking of JFK.
Yep.
To me, there was two shooters. To other people, I'm crazy.
Well, before Erica and Al jump in, because I can see your face, Erica, I just want to get this other part in, and then we'll go back and we'll put it on the table. If it wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald who did kill JFK, as many people believe, well, Rob Reiner and Solidad O'Brien claim they have evidence of who really was behind the president's assassination. They have a new podcast out on iHeartRadio, and here's what they say. It matters today to figure out what really happened 60 years ago. Take a look.
Why does it matter? For those of us who were born after it happened, I think we miss that sense of like what America lost.
President Kennedy's death was a profound national trauma, the effects of which are still felt today. The American people need to know the truth.
So, do you believe they really uncovered the truth after so many years, so many different, documentaries, and, I mean, how many books?
I think this podcast nailed it.
You think so?
Yeah,
No.
I'm sure. You know, no shade. I'm sure they have some interesting factoids, Erica, but the bottom line is, any time since the beginning of time where a king or queen or somebody in power, figurehead of mafia, don, whatever it may be, is killed, it's because they're getting in the way of somebody's money. Now, I know at that time, there were people who were worried that, you know, our country, one of our businesses is war. We were currently in Vietnam. JFK wanted to bring the troops home. That's going to cut off that money spigot. So I don't know. I'm not making a connection there. I'm just saying.
What about the civil rights movement? Some people believe it was tied to Marilyn Monroe. A lot of people don't think Marilyn Monroe overdosed. Some people believe that Kennedy knew too much about aerial phenomena. Like, what is it? Why do you think if the government's involved, why would they bury this and hide it from the public?
I think that lies in the 1% that's still in the vaults. Like I mean, what other explanation, to Jeff's point,
what if it's just the title page of it?
Yeah, it's probably not the title page, Al, or the context or the index or any of that. You know, I was such a huge fan of the show Scandal because I believe that so much of that show is based and rooted in the premise of the government overstepping in ways that we as, you know, layman Americans aren't privy to.